Hi, my name is Olga Direktorenko, and today I'm going to use some Spellbinders dies to create something different from a card. This little centerpiece is a Japanese-style chest of drawers decorated with some potted plants. The dies I've used are baby step block card, wreath element and little plants. I will use this large die to create a base for my centerpiece. I'm taping it down to a sheet of Neenah Desert Storm cardstock, and then I'm going to send it through my platinum die cutting machine. You can see that this die also creates some score lines for easy folding. For this project we'll need 4 base die cuts as well as 6 little squares that are also the part of the set. To create a wood grain texture, I'm going to use this large background stamp by Hero Arts. You can make the process quicker and easier by just picking a wood grain pattern paper. But I really wanted to add some shine and dimension to my project, so I decided to go with the heat embossing. I'm inking up the entire surface of the die cut with Versamark, and then I'm going to apply some clear embossing powder. When my first panel is ready, I'm going to take the second one and flip it over, because it should be the mirror image of the first one. Like that. I'm going to add some wood grain texture to this one as well, but this time I'm going to avoid all the flap areas and only add heat embossing to the front of the panel. So this is what the second panel should look like. I have also heat embossed the little squares, and now I'm going to add some frayed burlap distress ink over the edges of each square for more shading and dimension effect. Next I'm flipping over my cutting mat to use the other side of it, which is the piercing mat. Then with a sharp needle tool I'm going to pierce a hole right in the middle of each square. Then I'm going to set up some small bronze brads that are going to be the pulls of the drawers. Now I'm going to attach all 6 squares to the front of my chest of drawers. I will be using foam squares to stick them down, and I'm also going to add just a tiny dot of glossy accents in the middle of each square, just to be sure that they won't ever come off. Now I'm going to apply some double-sided tape onto all 4 flaps, the ones that have no heat embossing on them. I'm going to assemble the base by connecting the corresponding flaps like that. This piece can be used as a card because you can fold it and mail it in an envelope. But this is not something I'm going to do this time. Since I'm creating a 3D piece, I will need 2 more base die cuts, this time with no little squares added. I'm going to do some heat embossing again, and this time I'm only going to add it to the flaps of one base and leave the other one completely plain. It might look a bit complicated now, but it will be completely clear once I start assembling it. I'm sticking the two bases together just like I did with the first piece. And here is the trick. The two pieces are the same shape now, and you have to turn the second one so that the flaps are located at the top. I'm folding the second piece and inserting it into the first one. Then I have to open it up right inside of the first piece. And now we have a 3D piece with no openings. To make it look even more furniture-like, I'm going to add some decorative bronze legs. I'm attaching all 4 legs at the bottom of my chest of drawers with the hot glue. The base of my centerpiece is now ready, and I just have to decorate it with some potted plants. To create the pots, I will need 3 strips of black cardstock, and I'm going to score them at each 1/4 of an inch mark. I'm going to curl up each strip around any round object. Then I will be applying some liquid glue at the last section of the strip, and then I'm curling it up into the tube. I'm going to apply some metallic rub-on paint with my finger all over the surface of the flower pot. This will reveal the texture, and it will also add some metallic shine to it. This die is from the Wreath Elements set. I have die cut one of the leaves 6 or 7 times. I'm going to shape the leaves slightly, and then I'm ready to assemble the flower. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to attach the leaves all around the pot on the inside. I'm applying more glue again on the inside, this time at the bottom of the flower pot, and this way it can be stuck on top of my chest of drawers. Now I am also going to add some decorative flowers. I am attaching them either to the pot or to the leaves or to other flowers. Odd number of flowers look the best, and for this project 3 is enough. Once the flowers are attached, I'm also going to add a couple more leaves to fill in the spaces between the flowers. I'm going to use the same technique to create other plants. This time I'm using the fern frond die from Little Plants die set. I'm attaching them the same way. First I'm going around the pot, then I'm going to stick the pot on top of the chest of drawers, and then I'm going to fill in the empty spaces. My mom has a gorgeous fern plant over at her house, and that inspired me to create this paper one. For the third plant, I'm going to use another die from Little Plants die set, as well as some ready-to-use daisies. I'm going to create it the same way I did the previous two plants. As a finishing touch, I'm curling up the leaves around the wooden skewer. And that finishes my project for today. This project was a bit time-consuming, but I really don't mind if I think that the result is worth it. Besides, I have greatly enjoyed the process, and I'm happy to share with you my love for die cutting. Happy paper crafting, and I hope to see you again next time.